I just took my sourdough out of the fridge. I left it rising overnight, so I transferred it to a banneton and put it in the fridge for a few hours just to firm up. It makes scoring easier, so I'm going to transfer it into my enamel roaster. This is where I bake my bread in. Okay, I have this. My son made this for me with his 3D printer. It's a case for my, look at this, bread lame, which he also printed. I asked him for a bread lame, but he went even further and made a case for it as well. So this is another 3D project for my sourdough bread. Okay, so I will use this today, I think. Yeah, I will use it, okay. But first I'm going to use this other 3D printed stencil that he also made for me. So what I'm going to do is make some space at the top. I'm just going to get some of the rice flour off. Then I'm going to brush some water on top. If you've got a big paintbrush, just use that. I don't have mine on me, so I'm not going to. Okay, I've cleared some of the rice flour. I use rice flour so that my bread doesn't stick into the banneton. And then I'm going to use this stencil. And dust some rice flour on top. Remove the stencil. You can see it's got a nice imprint of the bread stencil on it, of a tree. I put a tree on there, so I'm going to paint it. I'm going to use some powders today, and I might use some gel. So I've got powders here, brown and green, and I have another green which is a gel. Just move this out of the way. See, it's a nice shade of green. It is, what green is it? It is forest green and a brown. I don't know what shade of brown it is. It's not printed on it, but anyway, it's brown. I'll see if the powders turn out as well as the gels. I've only used the gels for painting. Oh, it actually does turn out well because I've used the brown for a stem before and it worked out great in a previous loaf. So it's just a different shade of green. Mix a bit of the brown into the green there. Then the stem part, it's a bit covered in the, what do you call it, in the rice flour. I can just brush it off as I paint, like that. I don't like the shade of green. It's okay, I guess, but not the best. The bark is looking more green than brown, so I'll just add more of the brown into there. It's better. To brush some of the rice flour off. It's almost autumn, and I think I'll add some falling leaves from the tree. Don't have to go into detail with the shapes. I can add a few yellows there because with the leaves falling, some of them have got yellow tints on them. I've got some yellow, I'll get some. I'll use some of the yellow. I've got a bit of yellow and a bit of browns. No, orange. I've got a bit of orange here as well. This is a nice autumn color palette. Okay. I think this is done. I think it looks quite pretty. What do you think? Some of the leaves falling down. Nice autumn theme. Okay, so now I'm going to use my lame to make a border around the bread. which then makes it look like a frame, like a picture frame. Just go around. If you've got a turntable, use it. Okay, now this is going to bake in the oven for about 45 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius.